Greetings, BPW sisters around the globe. My name is Megan Shellman-Rickard, and I am the National President for the United States Federation. Thank you, President Bossat and immediate past President Asfor, for the opportunity to share the roots of our incredible International Federation of Business and Professional Women and how it began in the United States of America with the National Federation of Business and Professional Women's Clubs. While mobilizing for World War I, the U.S. government recognized the need for a cohesive group to coordinate identification of women's available skills and experience. A committee of 6 women, 3 from the National Business Women's Committee and 3 from the National Women's Association of Commerce, worked with the White House and President Wilson to establish a Women's War Council. This was financed through a federal grant from the United States government in the amount of $65,000, equivalent to $1 million today. And it established the War Department to organize the resources of professional women. A convention was held in St. Louis, Missouri, with more than 200 delegates from across the United States of America. And on July 15, 1919, the National Federation of Business and Professional Women's Clubs was established as the first organization to advocate for working women. Gail Laughlin and Dr. Lena Madison Phillips were among those who traveled to Missouri to attend this first convention and have been recognized as co-founders of what we now call BPW. Laughlin served as the first president and Dr. Phillips served as the first executive secretary. Let me take this opportunity to share more about Gail Laughlin, the first president of NFBPWC, as her story is extraordinary and inspiring. Gail Laughlin is credited with leading the National Business Women's Committee to form a permanent organization after the war ended at that convention in 1919. Making the opening speech and several more, she was unanimously elected as the organization's first president. Under her leadership, in its first year, the new federation grew to a membership of 26,000 with 287 clubs in 47 states. I know many presidents who dream to be so fortunate these days. In 1920, she spoke before the New York State Convention of the Federation and declared, "Our ultimate goal is the absolute elimination of the consideration of the sex of the person in occupation or opportunity or remuneration. We must establish in the mind of everyone that women have an absolute right in industry, in business, and in the professions. The work belongs to the one who can do it best, be that one man or woman." This is from the Independent Woman, a publication of NFBPWC in February 1920. As the president of NFBPWC 102 years later, I know we are still trying to achieve her vision both nationally and globally. Abby Gail Hill Laughlin was born May 7th, 1868 in Maine. She was 8th out of 9 children, and her mother was from Canada. I assert that we could call her our original young BPW. She vowed at age 12 to study law and dedicate her entire life to the freeing of women and establishing their proper place in this man's world. For the next 70 years, she did just that, rewriting old laws, submitting new ones for passage, and demolishing legal barriers to women's emancipation. Ms. Laughlin was an American lawyer, suffragist, an expert for the United States Industrial Commission, and a member of the Maine State Senate. She was the first woman from Maine to practice law. She was the national vice chairman of the women's suffrage movement, and as previously mentioned, the first president of the National Federation of Business and Professional Women's Clubs. She was posthumously inducted into the Maine Women's Hall of Fame in 1991. As we gaze into this inspiring light from our history and heritage, let us remember that women before us illuminate the path that we walk together today. It reminds us that we need to continue to light the path for others so that we can all find a way to a more equitable world. Thank you and congratulations to the 2021-2024 incoming International Executive.